guys, so today I thought I'd do a really quick haul just from Etsy and eBay. So the first lot of things I got off of Etsy, and to begin with I got this pumpkin necklace. Now this was from a shop called the Crypt of Curiosities, which I will link below in the description, and it is a acrylic pumpkin on a big sort of plasticky chain. This piece was bought out for Halloween, however I know that they are still selling them, and with postage this cost me £13.40.
Listen to them, children of the night.
So the only thing which I don't like about this necklace is that it's quite short, so it is more like a choker, and because it's so close to the neck, this bit, the stalk of the pumpkin does sometimes jab you in the neck, but it does look really cool and it definitely stands out against all of my outfits. So the next bunch of things I got is from a shop called CURIOLOGY Jewellery, and again they will be linked below. The first thing I got was this wooden 3D piece. Now I expected this to be a lot smaller, more like this size, but I did choose the biggest one and it came out a lot bigger than I thought it would. And this is just 3 bits of wood all stacked on top of each other to make a 3D scene. So this one is a little mansion in the background, or like a haunted house, and then it has, the next layer is a tree, and then the layer on the front is a graveyard with a bat flying at the top. Now I do really like the colour scheme of this one, although they are all kind of like dark and dull colours. I think it does look really effective that they just get sort of lighter as they go backwards. And I got my one on a black cord, but you can actually get them on a chain. And the thing with this sort of design is that it's very unique, and the shop also do offer loads of different ones, and I'm definitely going to be getting some Nightmare Before Christmas ones. And this necklace cost me £12. So continuing on the Halloween theme, I got this trick or treat necklace, and it does say trick or treat in rather crazy writing, so it is quite hard to see, but I will insert a close-up clip now just to show you what it looks like. Now this is really detailed, and the only thing I worry about is that the bottom of the writing, where it's really sharp and thin, is going to chip off when I wear it, so when I do wear it I have to constantly be careful. My only complaint about this necklace is that it is a very heavy metal chain and then a very light acrylic pendant, which means that sometimes when I wear it the pendant ends up sort of working its way around my neck, because the heaviest part of the chain is the clasp at the back, and it does end up kind of wanting to come to the front. So that is the only thing which is quite frustrating, is that you do constantly have to adjust it. So this necklace cost £10 altogether, and the postage was really cheap with these items. I got a very similar necklace to the one I just showed you, but this one has a cat on a broomstick, and again it's made out of acrylic, and I do have the same problem with the acrylic being so light and the chain being so heavy, although I do think this is a really nice and sort of simple design. Now the only thing with this one is that I worry that this broom is going to snap just because it's very thin, and because of the material it's made out of. Like, I would have loved if it would made out of a harder plastic or a metal. Saying that though, I have worn this loads. I got it sort of around, it was probably around the beginning of October, and it hasn't broken at all, and I have been wearing it sort of going out, doing active things, and although I wear other necklaces which clank against it, it hasn't snapped or damaged in any way. This was the same price as the other necklace, which was £10. So also from CURIOLOGY Jewellery I got these little black cat earrings, which I got to go with the cat and broomstick necklace, and these are really simple, just outlines of little black cats. They are on a fish hook, which is definitely very convenient for when you have plugs, because it means you can thread them through, and because they're so light, because they are made out of acrylic, they don't pull or damage your ears in any way, so you can wear these for a really long time. And these are quite hard to find on their Etsy store. It's under a listing called Black Magic, and it shows a Black Magic necklace, and this is sort of like a sub item they sell with the necklace, but you can buy it individually, which is what I did. And these cost £5 for the pair of them. I was worried that the tail of the cat was going to catch in my hair because it is quite a far bit away from the body of the actual cat. But the way that it hangs, the cat sort of faces outwards so that it is quite hard to actually catch your hair, which is very very convenient, and it makes them really easy and like to wear. It's no aggro sort of having to unhook your hair constantly. Again, in the same sort of acrylic look, I got a pair of these bat hair clips, and they do have a crocodile clip on the back, which means they can really easily be inserted in the hair. Now I do like this black because it shows up very well against my red, however with the black parts of my hair you can't see it as well. The only thing with this is that the acrylic is very sharp, so it's something to consider if you like wearing your clips sort of further down at the back of your neck, which I do sometimes do when I have my hair up, because this can sort of jab into your neck. I am thinking of possibly filing the wings down slightly, but I did want to show you what the original design looked like first. And again, I have been wearing these constantly and I've had no problem with them breaking, which is always something I think about when I buy acrylic. I always think that they're gonna snap, so I'm really happy about that. These are also a great price. It's 2 for £7.50, and considering the quality and the type of clip which is on the back, I think it is definitely worth the money. So the next items are from an Etsy store called The Sterling Cat, and I did just want to show you some of the packaging. This is the little letter that you get when you receive your items, and I love how it's got a actual customized wax stamp on the letter, which I think is a really nice touch. So these items I actually found because the owner of the shop is a subscriber, and she commented on one of my previous videos about her shop. When I went on there, it was full of goodies, and she very kindly sent me some sort of free items along with my purchases. So the first thing I got were these tiny little key earrings, and they did remind me of Victorian keys. So I will insert a clip now so you can see them slightly closer up because they are actually full of detail. Now I love this type of silver where it's got slight sort of black bits to it, because I think it gives it a really nice aged look. And they're also very light, which is again a key thing I look for when buying dangling earrings. Now I've worn these a few times, but I do keep them in the package just to make sure that they aren't damaged. But a thing I do really like about what she has provided with the earrings is that she gives you loads of spare backs for the actual earring hooks, which is something which normally people don't do, and it's a thing that I lose the most easily. I always lose the backs of earrings, so it is a really nice touch just to sort of think that through and actually consider that maybe just throwing in, I think she gave me 4 extra backing pairs, it means that I can continue wearing these and I won't have to worry about scrabbling through all my other earrings trying to find a back. So the next thing is actually in my hair at the moment because I was wearing it today, and it is this little rose clip. And again, like the previous clip I showed you, it is a crocodile clip, which is my favourite type of clip. Now when I've just washed my hair, it is very silky and very slidey, so clips do really easily slide out. And this is the only type of clip which ends up staying in my hair all day, and I can actually use to keep my hair up. This is a really lovely design. It's actually made out of a material which has been bunched up to look like a rose and then glued onto the clip. Now, as you can probably tell, I have been wearing this constantly. It's something really subtle just to have in your hair, and the kids at school where I work, they really love it because it's still quite dark and kind of goes with my fashion sense, but at the same time it isn't sort of gruesome, so it doesn't sort of scare them or anything like that. The next thing I got from the Sterling Cat was this black spider ring, which is absolutely amazing. It's quite large, and although it does have sort of sticky out legs, you don't get anything caught in it very easily just because of the angle that they are made. And the actual band of this ring is very pretty. It does clasp at the back, so I'll just show you in slightly more detail. So I love the detail actually on the body of the spider, and I think it just looks really effective. And I have been looking for more spider jewellery just because I have a large spider necklace from Restyle, but I don't have anything to wear with it. So now I have a spider ring and I do have a bracelet, so now I'm just sort of looking for some spider earrings. So if you do know of any good spider earrings, please do leave them in the comments below. The other thing I love about this ring is that the back is adjustable, and it's not the type of adjustable that's really tacky. I know that some adjustable rings can just sort of end up bending really out of shape. This is still very sturdy, but you can adjust it to fit any finger, which is really helpful because if you're like me and you wear loads of rings daily, it's quite nice to have a ring that I can fit in around them without having to take off my normal everyday rings, just so that I can wear something that will match my other jewellery. So last but not least, I was given 2 pairs of earrings, and these ones are just 2 little lovely black hearts, and the other ones say love. Now these are perfect for going into my cartilage piercings because they are quite small and they are black, which is the same sort of colour scheme of what I'm going for. And also again, she has done this really kind and considerate thing of putting extra backs on the back of the actual earrings, which means that when you do lose them you will have a spare. And these earrings are safely secured onto this thank you card with a little paw print, which I guess is a play on the name the Sterling Cat, and they are just really nicely attached. And again, I'll just show you the backs and how you get the extra ones on there. I have not worn these earrings yet, but the reason is because I wanted to keep them on the packaging just to show you what it looked like, but they definitely will fit really nicely in with my collection. So thank you so much to the Sterling Cat for sending me some of those lovely goodies, and I definitely will be going back to the site to purchase more, and I will leave her link down in the description below if any of you want to check out her things. She does a great variety of different styles and items. So the last thing I got from Etsy were these 3 silver bangles, and they're all from the same seller. When I found their site, I went a little bit crazy and ended up ordering loads of Christmas presents and Halloween presents for all my friends. And basically what they do is they give you a silver cuff, much like this, and you just choose what design. So they do loads of designs. They've got sort of Harry Potter, The Nightmare Before Christmas, they do Peter Pan, they do loads of Disney sort of style ones, they do some sort of Star Wars ones. They just mainly focus on really sort of iconic quotes. So the original one I got is on this arm, and it says "This is Halloween," which I'll just insert a bit closer to show you what it looks like. So on each side of the writing it has a spiderweb stamp, and the font is the same as the title font which is used within the Disney film The Nightmare Before Christmas. When I got this I thought it was a great quality. These are a really nice silver, and they are very adjustable, so you can make them fit sort of whatever size, although you can buy slightly smaller bands for younger children, and these are just the normal regular adult ones, and you can buy even larger ones which are for if you have slightly bigger wrists. So I went back and I got a Harry Potter one for my friend, and inside the seller offered a service where you could have a message stamped inside, so I wrote a nice little personal message in there for her, and I did also get the same for my sister for Christmas. And then I got myself these 2. I got one which is the Addams family, which says "Don't torture yourself, Gomez, that's my job," which is sort of a iconic phrase said by Morticia, and on either side I had a bat stamp because I really love the bat stamp. Also I got one from Monsters Inc., which is another one of my favourite films, and I got "We Scare Because We Care," and then it's got a little spider stamp, and then it says 2319. As you can see from the close-ups, they are very detailed, but you may notice that some of the writing kind of doesn't look as visible as other bits, and that's because it does have black in the stamps. However, this does slowly wash off. Now, I was totally aware of this when I bought the products. It does say it in the description, and the seller did also mention it again in a private conversation I had with her. The thing is, I wear my jewellery in the bath, in the shower, when I'm washing up, when I'm doing anything all during the day. I never take any of my jewellery off, so it does go through a lot, and it's constantly battling against the elements as well. So it is definitely acceptable for my jewellery to get wear just because I wear them so frequently, but if you were to buy these and you did look after them and take them off when you were having a shower and things like that, then they wouldn't wear off. but I personally don't really mind the black coming off of mine, just because you can still read it without the black being in there. And she did mention if you do just get a fine liner permanent pen, you can touch it up. So this next thing I got from eBay, and I have seen it quite a few times over the last couple of years. I have never actually bought it. I've put it in my basket quite a few times, but I did buy a big black bat, which you may have seen me wear in other videos, and I ended up buying this one. Now the only reason I didn't get it originally is because it's the same size as my previous one, and it does look kind of quite similar, so I didn't think I needed to. But I'm so glad I did get it, because when I see it in real life, there is so much more detail to it than actually shown in the picture, and it definitely looks really effective and has become one of my favourite necklaces. So this is kind of like, I don't know how to describe it other than like a geometric bat. So the wings aren't filled in at all, and it does have these two little glistening eyes and a little gem on the body. So I will insert a clip now. Exactly the same as with my previous bat necklace, which I have reviewed. It was way too long, so I removed the chain from this side of the bat, and I do just clip it to the original circle, so it does end up being, it's not quite short enough to be a choker, but it sits really nicely on the chest. So if you're wearing anything which is slightly more lower cut, such as like a t-shirt or dress, it really nicely can be seen against the skin, whereas when you're wearing something black you can't really see it. And I think this is the kind of piece that needs to be against either sort of a lighter colour or skin, just so you can see it and so it shows up all the beautiful details within it. Now this is great quality. The only thing is that some of the black of the chain is starting to chip off and it's showing silver underneath, but this really doesn't bother me. All my jewellery is either silver or black, so it's not something which is sort of like a deal breaker, and it can really easily just be touched up with some black paint, but I think it looks quite nice being quite worn. It is quite heavy, but unlike the ones I showed you from the Etsy store, the actual pendant is heavier than the chain, so it always stays dead in the middle. It never works its way up. My only complaint is that it is quite sharp at the bottom, so you can't really wear this when you're laying down or if you're just lounging around. Well, you could, but it's quite painful. Sometimes if I'm laying down, I have this on, I end up sort of jabbing my chin and jabbing my chest with it. So it is more of something to wear if you're going out or sort of going with an outfit, but it's definitely fast becoming one of my favourite necklaces. So on the subjects of favourite necklaces and also eBay, I got this tiny little bat necklace. Now I've had this in my watch list for probably about 6 months, and I've never really bought it just because it's never really stood out. And the other month I thought, right, I'm going to clear off my watch list, I'm just going to buy all the little things which have been sort of lurking in there for ages, and I got this necklace. Now when I got it I was so surprised that it was just so detailed, so I will insert a clip now of what it looks like. So it's got this lovely little black gem for a body, it's got two little ears and then these really lovely sort of haunting looking wings. And I've worn this necklace almost every day since I got it, and the reason I like it so much is that it does look quite cheap in the picture, but when I got it in real life I realised it was made out of some kind of, maybe like a sterling silver. I'm not 100% sure what metal it's made out of, but it definitely doesn't tarnish or it's not affected by water or anything. And I did also think the gem would get scratched or fall out, and it's stuck there and it's just as a good condition as when I got it. The chain is also a really nice length. It fits in with all my other necklaces. I'm able to wear it without it covering any of the other necklaces which I wear daily, which is something I really like. And because it's so small and dainty, it can be worn with most outfits. A thing I'm finding with working in a school is that you have to limit your jewellery slightly, although this isn't a great example because this is what I wore to school today. But this is something really sort of small that you can wear, and the children don't find it too scary, although I think it has quite a creepy look to it. It's not too in your face. I think it's very sort of subtle, but definitely a very effective necklace. So thank you for watching. On this channel I'm hoping to do a Killstar review soon. I have really missed kind of doing these review haul things for you. I know I did say I was going to film my Halloween party, but I had so much fun and it all just went so quickly that I never really got round to it. I did take a few photos which I will insert at the end of this video, but I definitely had a great time and I hope that you enjoyed your Halloween too. So again, I will leave all of the links for the shops I've mentioned down in the description, and all the price of the items I will have in the corner when I show you the actual item, so you'll know how much I paid for it. I can't guarantee that they will be the same price or that they will still be stocked when you watch this. You know, at the time I'm making this video, everything is in stock and the same price. So I hope you have a lovely week, and I will hopefully see you next time with a Killstar haul. Bye!